Good evening and welcome to the news. Making the headlines tonight. As activities marking the Armed Forces Remembrance Day ends today, Governor Obiano's Speaker Mada will call for a better welfare for military and paramilitary agencies. INEC in Anambra meet with traditional rulers on ways to ensure peaceful and credible 2019 elections. FRS begins enforcement of speed limits on private vehicles. Hong Kong scientists claim potential antiviral drugs breakthrough. My name is Chidimma Arongwa, and now the detail of the news. As part of activities marking 2019 Armed Forces Remembrance Day celebration, Governor William Obiano has led the wreath laying and parade ceremony held at the Dr. Alex Ekweme Square, Oka. Government House correspondent Ejika Abena reports that the ceremony, which marks the end of the celebration, was attended by the Speaker of the House of Assembly, Barrister Rita Madago, and State Chief Judge Justice Peter Almadi, service chiefs, and other top government functionaries. We have details.
The governor on arrival inspected the parade mounted by the Nigerian Army, the Navy, and the Nigerian Legion. As the ceremony progressed, led by the governor, selected officials moved in sync and placed wreaths across each symbolic grave decorated to honor fallen heroes. According to the governor, the ceremony is a way to remember those who served the country, and the state have come together to remember them. He appreciated the officers for their sacrifices and gallantry, calling for increased welfare for military and paramilitary officers.
Remember them, particularly the fallen ones, and it's an opportunity to encourage all our soldiers that are fighting for our peace, liberty, prosperity, for God to guide and protect them, particularly the pilgrims in the northern part of Nigeria. At this service today, we'll be bringing closure to that by the grace of God. So I thank the armed forces for the sacrifice they've made for this country, and wish them well.
The ceremony also featured performances of many patriotic songs as well as a raffle salute to honor the armed force.
Any moment from now, nobody will
Present! Fire! Reload! Fire!
The national anthem, which eliciting a call for duty, service, and patriotism, which those in military circles have sworn to uphold, necessitated the Nigerian Army, in collaboration with the state, to always remember the gallant efforts of their uniformed men and women like their counterparts in other countries. The Armed Forces Remembrance Day was initially celebrated as Poppy Day every 11th of November in commemoration of soldiers' interventions in World Wars I and II. It was later changed to 15th January in commemoration of activities and the Armed Forces interventions in preventing the disintegration of Nigeria during the Biafran Civil War. It is no news that the Nigerian Army, aside dealing with insurgency in the northeast, is also involved in other disturbances such as herdsmen crisis and minor militant incursions in different parts of the country, which indeed has taken a toll on the military. As the ceremonies go on, amidst the selling of army emblems, there is need to look beyond the razzmatazz, pomp and pageantry, and focus inwards and uphold what they stood and gallantly fought for.
The Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Barrister Rita Madagwa, has described the peace and corporate coexistence of Nigerian citizens as a collective responsibility. In her message to mark this year's Armed Forces Remembrance Day celebration, Barrister Madagwa told the contributions of ex-servicemen to the growth and development of the country and advocated their proper upkeep by various governments. The Speaker, who called on the serving security personnel in the country to emulate the team spirit and selfless service exhibited by the country's fallen heroes, urged them to intensify efforts towards provision of adequate security for the masses. Barrister Madagwa, while commending Governor Willie Obiano for all his assistance to the state chapter of the Nigerian Legion, called on security chiefs in the state to complement the governor's efforts in securing the lives and property of Anambra. She enjoined affluent Nigerians to commit part of their resources to better the conditions of the family of late ex-servicemen and living legionaries. Meanwhile, Governor Willie Obiano has urged Anambra to come out in mass and vote during the forthcoming general elections in February or March. Governor Obiano made the call during the Independent National Electoral Commission INEC interactive session with traditional rulers at the Traditional Rulers Council Chambers, Government House, Oka. Correspondent Emmanuel Chiwata was there for the ABS and now reports.
The governor, who was represented by his special advisor on special duties and continuous voter registration (CVR), Dr. Amaka Akudo, implored the traditional rulers in the state to ensure that all registered voters in their domain collect their permanent voter cards (PVCs) at INEC offices in all the 21 local government areas of the state. The governor's aide also said that in the just concluded voter registration exercise conducted by INEC, Anambra State emerged the first in the southeast with a total of 2,447,996 registered voters and 11th position out of the 36 states in the federation.
Special school intervention nyelaka rinne yield one result. Mgbe kwụla ebe a na-asị ka mee ka ndị nna anyị n'obodo dị iche iche malụ na mbọ unu gba n'obodo dị iche iche yana nke ndị INEC gba na ọ mịtalụ mkpụrụ rinne n'izuụka gara aga. Akwụkwọ nweta etu esi wee debanye afa na ndị ga-atụ ya bụ votu na ndị debugoro mbụ achịkọsị ọya ọnụ ọ bụ na Anambra steeti gbalụ first na South East. Maka na aka mere azụ omegini nwanyị. Ọ bụ na ọ bụrụ enyemaka unu bụ ndị nna anyị n'obodo dị iche iche ya na ndị INEC steeti anyị ya bụ ife a na-elu n'ọfụ.
In an address, the State Resident Electoral Commissioner, Dr. Nkwachukwuoji, who pointed out that up till date, PVC collection is a major challenge in the state, charged every eligible citizen to ensure that they collect their PVCs before February 8, 2019. Dr. Oji, who also assured that efficient equipment will be made accessible for smooth running of the upcoming elections, stressed its readiness to ensure free and smooth elections.
We basically, with the number we registered, the gap between Ndibo and the other parts of the country, no part of the country is leading the southeast with anything more than 2 million votes now, as at now. But you know, in 2015, it was almost 6 million gap. So that has been closed. We were at the forefront. So it's something to be happy and to be proud about. I'm so happy that we are associated with this, and I believe that we can even do better. We can do better because Ndibai Bina community citizens. It's just that some of them but there was a major change of attitude than Keketa.
In a speech, the chairman, Anambra State Traditional Rulers Council, Igwe Nnameka Achebe of Onitsha, represented by the traditional ruler of Okpuno, Igwe Sunday Ukafo, called on the Anambra to vote for the right people in the coming elections who will foster a better development and as well provide jobs for the unemployed. In their remarks, the Special Advisor to the Governor on Chieftaincy and Community Affairs, Barrister Vera Okonkwo, and the Secretary, State Traditional Rulers Council, Igwe Pius Omashono, who warned INEC to reject vote buying and underage voting, commended the State Traditional Rulers for working assiduously towards ensuring a peaceful general elections.
The INEC are doing well also, but in the issue of vote buying, I have to condemn it totally. And the issue of underage voting, which is prevalence in the north, we condemn it totally. Our people are trying so much, and I commend the effort of the INEC for this kind of assault to minimize the fraud and the rest of them.
No election, but no democracy government of the people, for the people, by the people themselves. No vote area. No where all so it was like
Questions from different traditional rulers on vote buying, security challenges, PVC rejection while voting, lost PVC among others were some of the issues that were tackled during the session. INEC help desk number for individuals with problems that may deny them access to voting are 0703-809-5937 and 081-259-23961. From the Government House, Oka, Emmanuel Shibata, ABS News.
An ultra-modern diocesan secretariat complex and College of Nursing Sciences, Amici, in the Nnewi South Council area have been dedicated and commissioned by the Archbishop Metropolitan and Primate of all Nigeria Anglican Communion, Miss Reverend Nicholas Oko. The inauguration, which took place as part of activities to mark the 10th year anniversary of Diocese of Amici and 10 years episcopacy of the pioneer bishop of the diocese, Right Reverend Ephraim Mikako, attracted bishops and within and outside Anambra, the clergy, friends and well-wishers of the diocese. Correspondent Chidima Ikanyo will take the story from her.
Primate also dedicated and commissioned the Diocesan Women Bethany House and Business Complex, School Chapel and Administrative Building of the Holy Child Convent, Amici, Refectory and Female and Male Hostel Buildings of the Diocesan College of Nursing Sciences. The Primate, who also took a tour of projects at the Diocesan Masters Vessel Seminary, Osumenyi, where he commended Bishop Ikako and Diocesan Faithful for the people of diocese and their friends for the great achievements in the diocese within 10 years, noting that it is worthy of emulation.
Been able to lay a very solid foundation on which future growth can be built. So I'm very impressed. We must serve the people and make sure that when they come to church, they have opportunity to get their problems solved, not only through prayers, but through medical and even through agriculture, because I can see they are also involved in agriculture.
On his part, the Archbishop, Ecclesiastical Province of the Niger, Most Reverend Professor Godwin Opala, represented by Archbishop Emmanuel Chukwuma, thanked Bishop Ikako for his commitment towards propagating the gospel in diverse areas, urging the people to remain supportive to the diocesan for more achievements to be recorded. I'm thanking all the bishops from the north and all who have come to be with us. Responding, the host bishop, Right Reverend Ikako, who expressed gratitude to God for his faithfulness and grace over the years, thanked the primate, the people of Amici Diocese, and friends of the diocese for their support and prayed them not to relent in their good works.
And adoration to God. He has been our helper, He has been our sustainer. Everything you see that can cause us is here is just God and nothing but God.
From Amici in Nnewi South Council area, I am Chidima Ikanyo reporting for ABS News.
FRSC begins enforcement of speed limit on private vehicles. Hong Kong scientists claim potential antiviral drugs breakthrough. These and many more await you after this timeout. Please to join us again.
Enroll now ABS Film Academy welcomes you to January 2019 session. Admission registration starts on Monday, the 15th of October 2018 and closes on the 5th of January 2019. Be a part of the 2 months intensive hands-on training in filmmaking and broadcast journalism. Work with professionals in acting, directing, cinematography, video editing, animation, graphic design, photography, film producing, broadcast journalism, script writing, and entrepreneurial study. At the end of 2 months, you produce series of short films with your colleagues as your final project. Registration is ongoing at Anambra Broadcasting Service, Aroma Junction, Oka, Anambra State. Registration fee is 1,000 naira and course fee is 30,000 naira. For inquiries, call Pascal on 0703 531 4457 or Pink Lady on 0708 486 5161 or visit www.absradiotv.com. ABS Film Academy. Theory meets practice.
Still on the news this night, the Federal Road Safety Corps has said it will soon begin the enforcement of speed limit device installation on private vehicles. The FRSC introduced the use of speed limit device in 2016 to reduce the incidence of accidents and loss of lives. However, the enforcement of compliance with the installation began on February 1st, 2017 with articulated trucks. FRSC Unit Commander in Ore, Understate, Mr. Philip Ozonnadi, today revealed in Ore that private car owners were now required to install the device to avoid having their vehicles impounded. Ozonnadi said that commercial vehicle owners had already started complying with their order for installation of the speed limit devices, adding private vehicle owners should follow suit. Electricity generation companies in the country have said they will be first to shut down their power plants if the challenges facing them are not addressed. The Association of Power Generation Companies, the umbrella body for the GENCOs, said that the recent decline in available generation capability could be traced to the various challenges experienced by the GENCOs in the electricity market. The Executive Secretary, APGC, Dr. Joy Ogaji, said in a statement that the challenges included liquidity issues, power rejection by the electricity distribution companies, and gas constraints due to the sorry state of the market. According to the data made available by the association, available generation capability plunged to 5,207.57 megawatts in December from 7,238.12 megawatts in November, while average generation rose slightly to 4,162.47 megawatts from 4,093.76 megawatts. It was a joyous moment over the weekend as Mr. Chukwuemeka Modelim of News and Current Affairs Department of Anambra Broadcasting Service took his heartthrob, former Miss Chinelo Medebem, to the altar for holy matrimony. The wedding ceremony, which was held at St. Anthony's Catholic Church, Ifitoka, attracted House of Assembly members, including the Deputy Speaker, Chief Harford Oseke, ABS family, led by the Managing Director, Nze Uchenwara, friends and well-wishers who gathered to witness the great occasion. Correspondent Ogochukwu Keke, who covered the event, filed on the report.
In a holy mass to mark the union, our visiting priest, Reverend Father Celestine Ekweme, described marriage as an institution ordained by God for companionship and multiplication, and charged the couple to have spirits of understanding and unite themselves in love.
Dedicate yourself, donate yourself, give yourself, all yourself, your heart and your mind, your body, your everything you have, live in your life.
While expressing his joy at the wedding reception held at NUJ Press Center Oka, the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer, ABS, Nze Uchenwara, congratulated the newly wedded couple and prayed God to bless, increase, and multiply them, as well as help them to grow spiritually.
We're very happy. very glad, and we give God the glory. And our prayer is that God will bless them, increase them, multiply them, and give them joy. Like we say in Igbo language,
The chairman on the occasion and director, News and Current Affairs Department, ABS, Mr. Gabe Opaleze, urged the couple to embrace God to have sustainable and fulfilling marriage.
Our gathering here is to make merry that they have agreed to be husband and wife, and also to tell them that we were there when it happened. Anytime you're together, the devil wants to come in. Remember that there are so many people that witnessed this occasion, that you are not going to disappoint all these people.
The sponsor of the couple, Mr. and Mrs. Ernest Nwebo, prayed for everlasting joy in the marriage. Parents of the groom, Mr. and Mrs. Linus Mondelim, and the bride counterpart, Mr. and Mrs. Nnamdi Medebem, expressed gratitude to God for making their prayer come true and prayed for his guidance and protection upon the couple. The groom, Mr. Moderim, described his wife as an epitome of humility and a virtuous woman, while the bride, Mrs. Moderim, said the husband is a God-fearing man and thanked God for bringing them this far and prayed for God's wisdom in their marital journey.
She's very submissive, down to earth, caring, loving, respectful, and she'll continue to live up to expectation.
Most supernatural is God's will between us, so I'm very comfortable with that. Responsibility is not very, that is why I just.
In their separate remarks, the Deputy Speaker, Anambra House of Assembly, Honorable Harford Oseke, the member representing Orumba North at State House of Assembly, and Chairman Committee Development and Gender Bond, Honorable Romanus Obi, the Special Assistant to Speaker on Media and Publicity, Mr. Imam Mado, described the groom as obedient, respectful, and hardworking, wishing them best of luck while advising them not to allow third party into their marriage. The wedding ceremony featured exchange of marital rings, vows, signing of certificates, cutting of wedding cake, couples dance with ABS family, and presentation of gifts to the new family. From State NUJ Secretariat, Oka Ogochukwu Okeke, reporting for ABS News.
And happy married life to the newlyweds. Moving on, scientists in Hong Kong say they have made a potential breakthrough discovery in the fight against infectious diseases, a chemical that could slow the spread of deadly viral illnesses. In a study published this month in the journal Nature Communications, a team from the University of Hong Kong, HKU, described the newly discovered chemical as highly potent in interrupting the life cycle of diverse viruses. The scientists told journalists that it could one day be used as a broad-spectrum antiviral for a host of infectious diseases and even for viruses that have yet to emerge if it passes clinical trials. The spread in recent decades of sometimes deadly bird flu strains, the Middle East Respiratory Syndrome and severe acute respiratory syndrome says, have underscored the need for new drugs that can work more quickly than vaccines. And now sports. Chelsea FC is facing disciplinary action over alleged anti-Semitic chanting by their supporters during a Europa League match between VDFC in Budapest last month, UEFA said in a statement. The European soccer body in the statement released today said it had completed investigation and that in relation to the alleged racist incident that occurred at the match, UEFA had announced that disciplinary proceedings have been instigated against Chelsea FC. The hearing will take place on February 28, UEFA added. British media reported some Chelsea supporters chanted offensive songs about Tottenham's Hotspur fans early in their 2-2 draw in Hungary. Chelsea issued a statement following the game describing anti-Semitism as abhorrent to the club and the overwhelming majority of their fans. And that's it on the news. But before we go, a quick reminder that you can follow news and programs on ABS from many parts of the world by logging on to our website, www.absradiotv.com. Like us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/ABS Radio Television. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at ABS Radio TV. The main points of the news again. Ex activities marking the Armed Forces Remembrance Day ends today. Governor Obiano, Speaker Madago have called for a better welfare for military and paramilitary agencies. INEC in Anambra has met with traditional rulers on ways to ensure peaceful and credible 2019 elections. FRSC has begun enforcement of speed limits on private vehicles. And on the foreign scene, we reported that Hong Kong scientists have claimed potential antiviral drugs breakthrough. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Chidimma Orangwa. Have a wonderful night rest.